This video is going to quickly teach you how to manage your Telegram group using a specific bot. So we're going to go right away into it. So first thing, I just created a group called test group here. In this case, we call test group with one of my friends. So what I want to do is I want to be able to manage it. You know, things are done automatically. So the bot we're going to use today is called Rose. This is Rose. This is Rose. Now Rose is a pretty nice bot. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to come here, add to group or channel. So you're going to come add Rose to a group or channel. So you come here, and then in this case we want to add it to this group called test group in this case. Yes, and then you're going to give it permission. So I'm going to give it change group info, delete messages, ban users, all this. Now depending on what kind of what kind of things you want to give it to, you can deny it some specific permissions, like adding new admins. I probably don't want them to add. I don't want him to add new admins. Then you can decide whether you want to call it Rose or something else. Then you add bot as admin. Then bang, bam. Now you're good. So now Rose has been added as admin. Yes. So Rose is now admin. So now how do you do things? For example, you want when people get in, you give them a specific message, welcome message, and tell them, oh, I want you to come in. Hi, this person and this person, feel us. So what do I do, for example? So in this case, the first thing I'm going to do now, Rose is added. Rose is now a member and is an admin. So the second thing you're going to come back is just do Rose and then come to Rose. Yes, and then first thing you're going to do is do a /help. So it's going to show you a lot of things that you need to do. So for example, in this case, I want to, greetings, for example. So let's do, for example, greetings. So you want to greet people when they come into your particular account. So there are a lot of things. For example, there is welcome, yes, no, on, off. Goodbye, in case somebody leaves. Set welcome. So set welcome is message. Yes, set welcome message and all that stuff. So in this case, we want to welcome somebody. So we say dash welcome, yes, or on. So in this case, when I come to my group, sorry about that. So if I come to my group, I say dash welcome. So dash welcome. I do a dash welcome, and then I say yes or on. And it's going to say I'll be welcoming all new members from now on. Yes, so Rose will now welcome somebody who gets in. Now what do you want to do? You want to set a specific welcome message. Yes, so what do? You simply come here and say we have what you call set welcome. So if I come to my group here and say dash set a welcome, yeah, then I will give the message. I want to say hello. For example, people have their names, so you want to use names to personalize. If your name is Freddy or something. Now they're what you call fillers. That I want you to check out. So if you come here to Rose and then you go back, we have what you call formatting. So if you come to formatting, and then we have markdown and feelings. So feelings is what you do if you want to mention somebody specifically. You want to be more close to them. So for example, if you want to use the first name, you're going to use first. If you want to use last name, last, and then full name of this. So if I come back to, for example, in my test group and say hello, and I want to use the first name, so what I do is I'm going to I'm going to simply do and then say first. Hey, fast. So it's going to say if your name is Freddy Krueger, then it's going to say hello, Freddy. Welcome to this awesome group, this awesome group. Then say have fun learning. For example, then you do that. Yes, so the new welcome message has been set. So if somebody right now were to actually, come into my group, then basically what is going to happen, they're going to get that message saying welcome them what. So in a welcome message, you can do very many things. You can say them, this is what we do in the group. We do this. You can give links to specific things and all that stuff. Yeah. So that's a little bit of things you can do. You can give links to say, okay, this is what we're doing in this group. This is what we do and all that stuff. Now let's go to another one. So we already know how to use. So if you want to use first, last name or full name, you can simply do that. Let's come back here. Now there are a lot of things that you can actually do here. So for example, let's talk about for example, you don't want bots to be able to come into your group. So what do? You simply come to captcha. Yes. So captcha. So you want to put on captcha so that anybody who enters your group can solve a captcha to enter, so that you avoid a lot of bots coming into. So in this case, you come in admin, you say captcha yes. So if you want to enable captcha, simply come here. Specific. I mean, simply come to this group and say captcha yes. So captures have been enabled. I will now mute people when they join. So captures have been enabled. So you can decide to specifically add what kind of capture you want. But now if somebody joins, you have capture enabled. So you can say capture mode. So capture mode is whether you want them to be button, math. Do you want them to click a specific button? Do you want to give them a math, something to solve in terms of math or text? So in this case, I will say / capture mode. I will say / mode, and then I say, let's say for example math. So if I say math, then everybody who comes in, they will have to solve a math problem to actually be allowed into the group. So that is one of the things you can do so that you stop a lot of bots coming into your group. Now there are a lot of things you can do. So so capture rules require users to accept the rules before being able to speak. So you can say, I want you specifically to be able to to be able to speak, you must solve capture. So you say / capture rules. So I can come here and say / capture rules, and then I say yes. Capture, right. So I might have missed something. Capture rules, yes, no, yes, / yes. So capture rules, yes. Capture. Okay, that was wrong. So capture rules. Then yes, or on. So if I do that, it says okay, fine. So now when somebody gets in, they have to solve that math thing. That's when my bot will allow them to actually talk inside the specific group. Now these things you can there are so many you can talk about them. Yeah. So we have capture on. So if you want to disable capture, then you just say capture off. So in this case, if you want to disable capture, all you have to simply do is come into your group and then say capture then off. Then capture is disabled. So I hope you're getting all the things that we're doing. Now we have so many things. So for example, let's talk about things like anti-flood, or let's talk about approval in this case. So sometimes you might trust a user not to send unwanted content, maybe not enough. So approve of a user. So approve of a user locks block list. So for example, if you want to approve a user, you / approve and then the username of that particular user in that group. Yeah. So you might not need that much. But let's talk about, for example, let's talk about anti-flood. There are people who come into your specific, they come into your group and they want to, post a lot of things such as, they want to post 100 messages, not cool. Yeah. So get the current anti-flood settings. So so for example, if somebody comes into your group and then they want to send 1,000 messages successively, that sounds to me like kind of spamming. So you can come in and say, let's, for example, / set flood. So I come into my group and then / set flood, and then in this case I want to set number. So I want to say that if somebody concurrently sends, let's say, up to 20 messages following each other in a limited number of time, that guy should be stopped from actually doing any more, because that sounds to me like spamming. Yeah. So so basically, so for example, that is the number. So you're setting number for set flood. So if 20, then there's something wrong. So now if you want to decide what to do to somebody who sends 20 messages consecutively, then you can do flood mode. Which user? So you can do flood mode, and then you can decide we want to ban that guy. So for example, if I do flood mode mute, so I can do come here and do flood mode. So flood mode, and then I decide to mute or ban them. So ban. So if somebody sends 20 messages consecutively in that limited amount of time, they will get banned. That is what happens. So I hope you guys now know that. So that you see how it's pretty much easy to use that. Yeah. So you can to clear flood, a yes or no, whether to delete the messages that trigger the flood. So you can decide if somebody actually sent, let's say, 20 messages, and then they've already been banned. Then you can say, okay, so if I want to clear all those messages, I can simply go to clear flood, yes or no. Yeah. So clear flood, yes. So if I enable clear flood, for example, enable clear flood, yes, then I say yes. So it means once the guy is banned, all the messages that will trigger the the flag mode, they get deleted. Yeah, so you see how it's pretty simple to actually use this. Then get back. So we have so many things. I can't actually go through all of them. We have things like we have things like warnings. Yeah. So if a user is misbehaving, you can warn them. So you simply do / this guy warn. So for example, let's say so for example, I'm not sure. So I can say /1 Nzisa. I'm not sure if one of the guys here is Mwikali. I'm not sure if it's Mwikali. I'm not sure if it's at Mwikali. So let's see Mwikali. So if I do that, could not find a user by this name. Are you sure? So okay, that's the very few people. But in that case, so if you want to warn somebody that they're doing something, or they have they have talked something bad in the group, then you can warn them that way you have been warned by reply and delete their message. Okay, so so see a user's warnings. So there's so much thing. Yeah. So for example, you can say if somebody does they defy the rules 5 times, then you can do a warn limit and say if they defy the rule more than 5 times, then now you can punish them by kicking them, banning them, or anything. So you can do all of this. So you can reset all warns so that you delete all the warnings that you set up and all that stuff. So this is a very automated and a pretty nice way to actually use things. So we have things like miscellaneous and privacy and rules. You can actually set rules for your essay. So you say it /rules. Do not beat this. Do not beat this. So for example, let's say here I come here and say rules, check current rules. Then I say set rules. So if I set rules, let's say this. So if I come in here to my group and then say /set rules, then I can say my own rules. Do not be an idiot. Do not be an idiot. So then so if I come here and say rules now, for example, so if I come to my group and say rules, so my users can actually see. Okay, so rules. So rules, click on the button to see chat rules. So never mind. So if I say /rules, the rules are supposed to show in this case. So rules, check current rules, set rules, text, set the rules for this, supports markdown and all that stuff. So okay, so I guess you guys get where I'm going with this. So it's actually pretty easy to to help yourself. So many things: greeting, importing, log channels, notes specifically, user command. So get a note. So notes are what we call community notes. So you can say get note name or get a note. So if you want to put in notes, so there are different ways for you. You want specifically notes. Yeah. So you want to have notes where people. So if somebody, for example, I come to my group and then I want to be able to donate. So if I do notes, so there is no notes. So if I want to add notes, then I save. So I can save notes and then I give the notes and I say note is to donate. Donate, and then space, and then I say donate. I can say donate to the number 0712345678. Done. So if I do something like, if I do notes will show me all the notes that I have. In this case, I have donate as one. And then if I want to get what it is, then I say get, and then I say donate. So I want to see donate. So if I get donate, then I can see I should donate to 07123456. So this is just a simple way of actually teaching. So from there, you can actually pick it up for your own self and just do all that stuff. I hope this actually did help. Otherwise, do have a good day.